Yeah, hang on a second. I got to activate this bot here for a second. All right, there you go.
News bot activated.
SpargoTech Weekly.
Loading personality. Please wait.
Hello everybody, I'm Todd Spargo and we're back again for another episode of SpargoTech Weekly. Today on the show, you can finally decide what happens to your Facebook account after you die from playing video games. Come on, let's take a look at your future. The Wall Street Journal reported this week that Facebook added a legacy contact option. This option allows you to designate someone to manage parts of your account after your death. Legacy contacts can download archived posts and photos, post a status update for the top of your page, and change the profile photo. Previously, Facebook automatically froze the accounts of members it learned had died. And this angered some heirs who wanted to edit the deceased online presence. Facebook will roll out the new option to members in the US on Thursday, with others to follow later. Now, I made Jeff my legacy contact. What's my status going to be after I die, Jeff?
Pooping?
Yeah, that's me, eternally pooping. A few weeks ago, the site kitguru reported on a Taiwanese man who died of heart failure and overexhaustion after going on a 3-day gaming binge. This is the second binge gaming related death this year. At least 4 other deaths have been reported in the past 3 years. So the website makeuseof.com came up with 5 ways you can make sure you're not putting yourself at risk. You ready for this? 1. Get some sleep. Besides the obvious effects of hallucinations and confusion, people who chronically don't get enough sleep tend to live shorter lives. 2. Eat and drink water. One gaming-related death came after a 40-hour run of Diablo 3 with no breaks for food. Yeah, 40 hours of this. 3, stand up. Sitting for long periods of time is bad for your health, as we've all heard in the ad nauseum of late. 4, stretch your hands and wrists. Whether you're console or PC gaming, playing for many hours in a row is tough on your hands and wrists. 5, rest your eyes. That'll come with sleep, I think. But looking at a screen, especially one with a lot of flickering lights, can wreak havoc on your eyes. And speaking of eyes, I just want you to stare at this picture for a couple seconds.
Hey, Todd, who is that?
It's Captain Obvious.
Ah.
To sum it all up, put down the controller and get outside. Thinking about gamifying your workplace? The website Inc.com says you may want to think twice. Gamification is hot for sure. Gamified mundane tasks will better engage your employees and make coming to work a lot more fun, right? Maybe not. According to research by bonus.ly, workplace gamification can result in a number of problems. 80% of gamified apps will fail to meet business objectives, mostly due to poor design. Hear that, game designers? In 8 of 9 tasks across 3 examined experiments, higher incentives led to decreased performance by the end of the 18-month research period. Participation rates at companies using gamification were 50% lower than at companies using peer recognition. But that doesn't mean gamification won't work in the right situations. Check out bonus.ly for ways to effectively use gamification strategies. That brings us to this week's featured story. Since I need to learn how to give better interviews, we'll do a SpargoTech how-to.
SpargoTech how-to.
Now, I have a great father-in-law, and we share a common interest in cycling. He sends me pictures from the Tour de France, the Onyx Summit in California, 8,000 feet, and the top of the Continental Divide, 11,000 feet. And in return, I send him pictures of my school commute down the Gore Boulevard sidewalk. So I thought with all the cool technology so readily available, I should be able to make him something a little cooler. Check it out. Now here are some gadgets that are pretty common nowadays. We have a laptop computer We have a video camera. In my case, I have a GoPro. You can even use your cell phone. And we have some fitness tracker. I have a Garmin VivoFit here, and this one is a Garmin Edge 500. These are both fitness trackers. Now what we can do, I can mash up the data, I think, from the fitness trackers and overlay it on the video and make a cool HUD displaying my speed and my time and my elevation. Now, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on learning software or on the software itself. You can do this all in a couple minutes. So let's go ahead and we're going to plug in the camera that we've already taken our video on, and we're going to plug in the fitness tracker that we've already recorded the ride into the computer and see what we come up with.
Okay, with everything plugged in, first thing you're going to do something cool with this video is download the Verb Edit software. It's right here on Garmin's site, and that's a pretty long URL, so I'll put a shortened one here across the screen, and we'll have one in the show notes for you. And once you have that downloaded, install it, of course, and then you want to run it. And when it starts, you're going to run into something like this. You can go through a tutorial, but we're going to skip it for today. We're going to go ahead and import clips. Now, if you don't have to have a Verb. A Verb is Garmin's action camera. You don't have to have one. I just choose import other there, and I'm going to import my GoPro video that I have on my desktop. I'm going to import only and say okay, and I have captured that. Now I'm going to create a video, and I'm going to call it Cool Commute. That opens that. All I have to do is drag my video here on the timeline. Oh, there's my scruffy face, and add a GPS, and it's going to sense my Edge 500. And if you have a lot of data, you might want to go ahead and do a manual selection, but I had the data I recorded today right there. You see the map comes up, and I'm going to say done. Now you can put all kinds of things here, and you might want to, sync your video up. You could tell it from the position, from the video, what position you are in the video. And you see it kind of moves the video along. You do that with Sync GPS. And you can do that now, all kinds of things on your own. Add some titles, add some music, whatever you want to do. But the cool thing I want to show you are these overlays. Okay, it has some cool templates where I can just hit cycling, and it can put something like speed, cadence, distance, heart rate, all of that stuff's on there. All kinds of cool pre-made things that you can use. But I want to do things individually because I'm interested in mainly speed. Ooh, it's a cool speedometer right there. I'm going to put, all you got to do is drag it up there. And, I want to do distance. So I want to open position, do distance, something a little that matches but a little smaller. I'm going to drag it up there, put it beside. It looks like a car. And something cool for graphs, maybe elevation. I'll put it in a graph over here. And it shows me going up and down in elevation. Pretty cool. If you want to go ahead and preview what it's going to look like, you hit the play button on the left. You see the map data up in the corner. And if we skip ahead a little bit, you can see it'll show you how fast I'm going down the hill at 14 miles an hour, 13. How do I slow down going down the hill? I have no idea. Anyway, once you're done with that, all you need to do then is export the video. And for our purposes, we're going to do 720p. 30 frames per second, and that makes a big file, but we'll have to compress that in post, and we'll export it, and that's all you have to do to make something cool.
Well, that's all pretty simple, right? Let's take a look at the results. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but before I go, Jeff assures me he fixed the special features on my controller. I'm suspicious, but here we go. Very funny. How do I get it back?
You hit the back button.
Very funny. I can't believe I fell for that again.